For this project, I will be using some acrylic paint. I will also be using a little plate to put my paint on, a little toilet paper roll, some scissors, and some watercolor paper. I'm going to cut a little strip off of my toilet paper roll or my paper towel roll, and I'm going to kind of squish it into the shape of a heart by pushing the top edge in a little bit and pinching it with my fingers so that the top is rounded and the bottom is pointed, and it makes kind of a heart shape like this. You can kind of hold it with your fingers like that, or leave it more open depending on the shape of heart that you like. Next, I'm going to choose a color of acrylic paint and I'm going to put it on a paper plate. You could also use tempera paint for this as well. I'm going to hold my heart and I'm going to put it in the paint and stamp it on my paper. Now, some of my heart didn't show up, so you can try to kind of add more or stamp it again, or not worry about it. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and put these hearts all over my paper. If there's sections that aren't showing up that well, you can always go back over with a small paintbrush and close those hearts out as well. I'm going to go ahead and continue to stamp this heart all over my paper by dipping it in my paint and adding heart shapes to every part of my page. Right now, none of my hearts are overlapping each other. I'm just trying to add them in lots of different spots until my paper is full. You can even have some of your hearts go off of the page. It's important to have another paper maybe behind your painting so that if you do go off of the edges, you're not painting on your table. I'm trying to get all of the areas of my paper filled in with hearts. And once I feel that the majority of my paper is nice and full, I'm going to start overlapping my hearts a little bit so that some of them run into other sections, like so. It's almost like adding a second layer of hearts to my paper. I'm making sure to get the majority of my paper nice and filled in. I went ahead and let my paper dry so that all of my blue hearts are no longer wet. And now I'm switching to watercolor paint and I'm going to use the paint to fill in my hearts. I'm starting with one color, in this case yellow, and I'm going to fill in shapes. So I'm actually not even filling in the entire heart, but I'm looking for just shapes that I can fill in. When I run into a blue line, I stop. Not only am I going to be filling in shapes inside of hearts, but I will also be filling in shapes in the background as well. So this is not part of a heart, but I'm going to fill this section in with yellow. I'm starting with one color and I'm jumping around my painting, doing lots of different sections in that one color first, so I'm not having to wash my brush a lot. I'm hoping to do lots of areas in yellow first. If it helps, maybe try to find 10 different shapes that you can color in with your first color. So far I've got 5. Here's number 6. Do something around there, about 10. Once I'm done with my yellow, then I will start doing the same thing with other colors. I will continue this process until my entire paper, all of the shapes are filled with a color. You can see I've been working hard on getting all of the colors filled in. I still had a couple spots left, so I'm just adding those finishing touches to fill those last couple spots with color. I'm actually going back to yellow, which is the color I started with, since I still had spots that maybe weren't touching other yellow areas. I'm also going to dive into a little bit of orange as well. At this point, I'm going to let my paper dry and maybe find a fun border paper to put around the outside. Thank you so much for joining me in this tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed painting hearts with me. Thanks so much for watching me on my channel, Ehlke Art. Please come back for more fun art tutorials very soon.